everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with another subscriber requested video for you. So I was recently asked to talk about fragrances in my collection that I'm struggling with. And I actually have quite a few fragrances in my collection that I am struggling with, or that I've just kind of put away for the moment because I had a skin chemistry change almost a year ago. I think it was like September of last year when I noticed things were really starting to smell different on me. Like perfumes that I had been wearing for years, all of a sudden were just not smelling good on me anymore. And the perfumes themselves are fine, so I knew it was like a me problem. And just as human beings with body chemistry that changes and hormones that fluctuate and different things that go on, it's just something that, you know, we're gonna have to deal with. So I pulled a bunch of fragrances. These are some of the fragrances that I've noticed, that I noticed like the last time I wore them, that they are just not smelling good on me right now. So I don't plan on decluttering any of them at the moment, but I'm just gonna put them away and then I'll revisit them like at another time and hope that maybe in a different season or, you know, maybe next year things will change. So I'm gonna start with one that I just wore not too terribly long ago, and I think I mentioned in the What I Wore Last Week video when I wore this fragrance that it didn't smell good on me when I wore it. This is a fragrance from Juicy Couture, and this is Viva Juicy Le Flo. This is such a gorgeous fragrance. It's got that really beautiful, sweet, kind of fun Viva Juicy DNA. But this has like, it's got a really kind of bright, fresh, crisp, floral aspect to it in the top. But you still get that kind of warm, sweet, caramely dry down with it. But last time I wore this, it didn't smell good on me. When I first got this fragrance, when I would wear it, I would get a lot of the really beautiful, fresh, crisp, clean florals with just kind of a slight sweetness in the dry down. Last time I wore this, I wasn't really getting many of the crisp florals. I was getting kind of like a, I don't know, like a pretty sweet dry down, but it was almost one of those situations where it almost smelled like dirty, sweet skin, if that makes any sense. And I don't like that. It didn't smell good on me. It's not the perfume. I haven't even had this perfume for that long. I've had it for, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 years. It's not old enough to have gone off though, so it's definitely not the perfume. This is definitely me. So this is one that I'm not gonna declutter this because I love it, but I've just had to put it away for now because it's not smelling good on me. So that is the first one. That is Viva Juicy Le Flo. This next one, this broke my heart because last time I wore this, it smelled weird on me. And again, I think I even mentioned in the What I Wore Last Week video when I talked about this fragrance that it didn't smell good on me, that it smelled strange, and I was really sad. This is one of my favorite coconut perfumes of all time. This is Laura Mercier Almond Coconut. I have a dupe oil that I usually layer with this, and the dupe oil is a sweet essentials oil, which are made with organic oils. I feel like the sweet essential oils don't age the best. And I did layer this over that oil. So there is a possibility that it's the oil and that it's not this perfume. I'm too afraid though to try this perfume again though, because this also did that like sick, sweet, kind of dirty skin thing on me, and I don't want to smell like that. It's gross enough that it makes me want to get in the shower and wash it off. It didn't smell good on me. I almost couldn't even smell coconut last time I wore it. It almost was just like this really weird, kind of sweet, musty, dirty skin smell. It just wasn't good. So anyways, needless to say, I just put this one away for the season. I'm not gonna pick it up again until next year, and then when it starts to warm up again next year and I start to crave this scent, I will pull this out and try it without the oil and hope that it's not the perfume. So anyways, that is Laura Mercier Almond Coconut. This next one, we're just gonna have to see because I noticed that this one wasn't smelling good on me. Was it last year? Yeah, I feel like it was last year at some point. I think it was last Christmas time. This is a fragrance from Hermes, and this is Elixir Day Mer. This is such a beautiful, like really very unisex smelling, spicy, kind of orange, kind of like a spicy candied orange scent. It's such a beautiful scent, but last time I wore this, it didn't smell good on me. This is a fragrance that has never been overly sweet on me, but last time I wore it, something about my skin chemistry is really starting to pull the sweetness out of fragrances, and that's like what it did with this one. It just really pulled the sweetness out. And I didn't get much of the kind of really beautiful spice. I didn't get a lot of the citrus. It just was this weird, again, kind of like musty, almost dirty, sweet skin smell. And you'll see that that's gonna be like a running theme with a lot of these perfumes is they're starting to smell weird on me like dirty skin. Either that or like wood shavings, which I've had that happen quite a bit too with fragrances that have never smelled like pencil shavings on me before, but now all of a sudden are smelling like pencil shavings. So anyways, yeah, sadly this one, I think it was last year that I tried it and it wasn't very good, but I'm gonna try it again this year, like this Christmas, and hope that it doesn't do that again. So that is Elixir Day Mer from Hermes. Okay, this next one, I think it's been a couple of years ago now, actually, that I wore this formulation of this scent. This is Mon Guerlain, this is the Eau de Parfum. I have worn Mon Guerlain Floral, and it's fine, but Mon Guerlain, this Eau de Parfum, I think this is one of the ones that ended up smelling like pencil shavings on me. Now, again, it's been a couple of years ago. I haven't worn this one I put away for a little bit. And also because I have other formulations of this that I don't have to wear. The Eau de Parfum, I can still enjoy this in other formulations, but the Eau de Parfum, I'm pretty sure it's been a couple of years ago, but last time I wore this one, it smelled like pencil shavings on me. I think I'm gonna pull this one out in the fall and go ahead and test it again, because this one didn't smell good on me. It was before my chemistry changed. So maybe my chemistry change will have been for the better with this one. I'm not sure. I love this scent though. It's an absolutely stunning like lavender and vanilla scent. It's not overly sweet. It's really, it's very soothing, very calming, very grown up smelling, very Guerlain smelling. I really love it. So yeah, I'll test this one again soon as it starts to get cold, and we'll see. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that this one is better. So anyways, that is Guerlain, Mon Guerlain, just the original EDP formulation. This next one, this is another vanilla scent. I picked this up off of Mercari probably like a year ago. This is a Josie Maran fragrance, and this is called Peace Vanilla Wafer. I was so excited about this fragrance because this is a holistic fragrance. It's a water-based fragrance. So it doesn't have any alcohol in it. This is one that does need to be shaken up before you spray it, because you can see the water is nice and cloudy now, but once this one sits, the oil will separate from the water. This smells really yummy out of the bottle. It just smells kind of like it kind of smells a little bit like a vanilla cookie. Maybe a touch like a vanilla wafer. But this one, it's almost like the oil in it is what is doing something weird on my skin, and it almost ends up smelling like rancid oil. And it's not the perfume. The perfume hasn't gone bad. The perfume is fine. But once it hits my skin, it's like, that's what it ends up smelling like. It smells like rancid oil. It's really not, it's not good. It smells like an old perfume is what it smells like. It's not good. I may end up using this one as like an air freshener because I don't know, I just don't have high hopes that's ever gonna go away. It could be the type of oil that's in here. I don't know, maybe the oil in here has gone rancid. I don't think so. You can see it looks very fresh. It's not a super old bottle of perfume. It's just not good. And I had high hopes for this because I was like, that would make a great everyday perfume for me, that I wouldn't have to feel guilty about spraying chemicals all over me every day. This could be like a really good everyday perfume. No, it's not. It just smells really bad on me. So anyways, that is Peace Vanilla Wafer Josie Maran. It really does smell like a vanilla wafer though, I will give it that. Okay, this next one. This is another one. I think I tried this one last summer. Gosh, I love this scent. This is a Pacifica perfume and this is called French Lilac. I have loved Pacifica French Lilac for so many years. This is one of those perfumes that almost smells a little bit old-fashioned, but not in like an old-fashioned mature way. Just in like an old-fashioned, this is probably what girls smelled like back in the 1850s or something. It's really, really beautiful. It's such a clean, pure, fresh lilac scent. It smells just like a lilac. It's gorgeous, but last time I wore this, it smelled weird on me. It like smelled like lilac when I very first sprayed it on, but once it got to the deep dry down, it just smelled weird. It didn't smell like lilac. It smelled, again, almost like my skin made it too sweet. It almost had like a weird powderiness to it, but not in a good way. It just was not good. It wasn't good on me. So again, it's been a couple of years since I last tried this one, so I'm gonna have to give this one another go. And I don't know if it would be best to try this in hot weather or cold weather. I think I'm gonna try it in hot weather because, I don't know, maybe the hot weather will help to temper some of that powderiness. I don't know, it could go either way. It could make the powderiness really sickly too. I'm not sure. I'll test this one. I'll test this one again very soon and then I'll update you in a what I wore last week video. It is a beautiful scent though. And if you have the skin chemistry for this, this is fantastic. One of the best lilac perfumes ever. It's phenomenal. So anyways, that is Pacifica French Lilac. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna save the Duas for the end because I've got a few Duas here. Two of them I'm kind of counting as just one because they both have the same problem, and then one is one that I've just always kind of struggled with. Okay, this next one, I am so sad about this because this is one of my most favorite strawberry perfumes on the planet. I have had this perfume for years and it has always smelled incredible on me until very recently, like within the last year, like when my skin chemistry changed. This is Sarah Jessica Parker at SJP NYC. This is flowers and strawberry and rum. It's really, really beautiful. Again, when I used to wear this, my skin pulled out the most beautiful wild strawberry note. That's what I would get with this. This was like a strawberry perfume through and through on me. Now, since my skin chemistry has changed, now all I get is this sickly sweet, syrupy rum. And I don't love it. I like rum in fragrance, don't get me wrong. I love it as a background note. I don't really want to wear a rum-centric fragrance, especially not one that you're expecting to smell like strawberries. So I haven't worn this. I think I just wore this. In fact, I think, again, when I updated you guys, or when I wore it, or when I talked about it in what I wore last week video, I'm pretty sure I talked about how this one wasn't smelling good on me anymore, how I was gonna have to put this one away and then revisit it because it was too syrupy and rum-like. It was too sweet. My skin was really pulling all the sweetness out, which is what it did. So yeah, this one, it hasn't been that long ago. I wanna say it's only been maybe like, I think it was back in the spring that I wore this and I discovered it wasn't smelling great on me anymore. So I'm gonna put this one away. I'll probably test this one in the cold weather because sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes when a perfume stops smelling good on you, it's just a matter of switching the season that you wear it in, because I've had that happen with perfumes. I've had perfumes that I used to wear in hot weather, and I used to love them in the hot weather, but all of a sudden started smelling bad on me in hot weather, and then they were fine in cold weather. And vice versa. I've had it go both ways. So I'm definitely going to try this in cooler weather and see if I get more of the strawberry and maybe less of the rum. But yeah, so it's what it is it's starting to smell like the way that the original formulation of this smells in the bottle is how it smells on my skin. The original formulation is a rum heavy fragrance with a little bit of strawberry in it. This new formulation is more strawberry with a little bit of rum in it, which is why I liked it better. But now it smells to me the way that the original formulation smells out of the bottle. So anyways, that is SJP NYC. Okay, this next one, this is one that I've actually struggled with for a while. This is one that I'm gonna test this one. I only have a tiny bit left, and I'm gonna see, I'll wear this one this year, and I'll see if I like this one. I'm just not sure. I wore this one years and years ago. I bought this bottle off of Mercari years and years ago. And I wore it for a couple years without incident, and then all of a sudden it started smelling weird on me. Sorry, this is Gucci Guilty Absolut Parfum. This is a really, really beautiful rose scent. I feel like the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose is very similar to this, which I also have. I also need to try that one and see, which I wouldn't declutter that one because you can't get it anymore, but I need to see if it's something that I'll actually wear, because they're similar. And when I quit liking this one, I kind of wrote that one off too. I need to revisit this though. I haven't worn this for, gosh, some years, probably like 4 years now. And again, I only have a tiny bit left. And I don't remember why I quit liking this one. I can't remember if it started to smell mature on me. I feel like it started to smell mature on me. And because of that, I quit loving it. But I'll revisit this one in the winter time and we'll see. If anything, I need to just go ahead and use up the last little bit that I've got. It smells so good out of the bottle, but yeah, I remember feeling like I smelled very, very mature in this. And I felt the same way about the Elizabeth and James one. So anyways, that is Gucci Guilty Absolut Parfum. Okay, and then the last three are Dua. I'm gonna talk about the one standalone, and then I'll talk about the two. This is one that I have been struggling with for so long. This is Dua Drowning in Vanilla. This is a dupe of Nishane Ani, which is a really beautiful spiced vanilla fragrance. It smells incredible in the bottle. In the bottle, this is like, I mean, it's so right up my alley. It's kind of a little bit similar to Atelier d'Or Lune Feline. It's kind of similar in that it's a very heavily spiced vanilla that's almost not sweet at all. That really could be unisex. It could go either way. It's not super feminine. It's not super masculine. I think Lune Feline is like maybe a little bit sweeter than Ani is, but every time I wear this, it goes super masculine on my skin. I end up smelling like I'm wearing men's cologne. So because of that, I just struggle with this fragrance so much. And I've had this for so many years. Mine is beautifully aged. Like you can see the lid. You can see how brown the lid is from where the vanilla has just aged and stained my lid. Like it's a beautifully aged bottle of perfume. It just doesn't smell good on me though. It smells like a man and I don't want to smell like a man. So this is one that I have been really struggling with. I need to get my husband to test this one out because I think if it smells masculine enough on him, I think he would really like this one. But yeah, I can't wear it because it's just too masculine on me. I've been struggling with this one for years, as much as I want it to work so badly because it's a perfume that's just right up my alley. It just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't, and I need to come to terms with that. So anyways, that is Drowning in Vanilla, which is a dupe of Nishane Ani. I also have the Belayered dupe of Ani, which is called Lene. I think it's called Lene. That one though, I don't struggle with as bad as the Duo one. That one doesn't go super masculine on me. I need to test that one though, because I haven't worn that for a couple of years, and I need to see if that one still smells good on me or not. Okay, and then the last two Duos that I have, these I am struggling with for the same reason. So this one is called Brown Sugar Cake Batter, and this one is called Love Coffee. Brown Sugar Cake Batter, I believe, is a Duo original. Love Coffee is a dupe of Mercier Amore Cafe, I think. It smells beautiful in the bottle. Now both of these are still very, very new. They are not fully macerated. These could totally change over the next like 4 to 6 months. I have not written these off at all. In fact, this Brown Sugar Cake Batter one is different. I just sprayed it for the first time since I got it. I sprayed it on my hand. I was getting that kind of metallic musk, and so I just kind of was like, okay, I just need to let this sit. The Amore Cafe one, or Love Coffee, I should say, I've been letting this one sit since I got it. This came in the last batch of Duo that I ordered, but both of these have that metallic musk in the base. Now, both of them smell very expensive. It makes a fragrance smell very niche because it's just such a kind of cliche niche smell, that kind of metallic musk. I don't know, I haven't smelled anything new from like Xerjoff or Suspiro for a long time, but I know like 5 years ago, that's what all of their fragrances smelled like. That they all had that very heavy kind of metallic musk in the base, and I don't like it. It's all I can smell on my skin. The Love Coffee, I can still smell it quite a bit in this one, but this one is changing. So I have hope that this Brown Sugar Cake Batter is really gonna change, because I can barely smell it in here now. Now that I just gave it another like good little spray. Yes, thank goodness it's going away in this one. So I'm gonna let this one sit for another couple weeks, and then I'll give it a good wear test. The color of the liquid is already changing on this one. So that's the thing about Duo though. I think that, these are not fragrances that they're making batches of months ahead of time. And maybe they are, but maybe the batches are so big it would take just who knows how long for them to fully macerate before they sold them. I'm pretty sure Duo is such a big, busy perfume brand at this point that they're just not making huge batches of fragrances that are sitting and macerating for months before they bottle them and sell them, which is why a lot of the time with their fragrances, you just have to wait. You just have to get them, you have to spray them, and then you have to put them away and let them do their thing for months before you're gonna get the actual final perfume. But yeah, this one is already smelling better, but I have that problem with a lot of Duos. And if I get a Duo usually that has that metallic musk in the base like these, I usually declutter it. I don't even hang on to them because none of the Duos that I have in my collection at this point have that anymore, except for these newer ones. So I may hang on to these. I may end up decluttering them. It's just gonna depend on what these smell like in like 4 months, 6 months. I have high hopes for the Brown Sugar Cake Batter. I don't have high hopes for the Love Coffee because this one, I don't know. This one could go either way. I can still kind of smell it, but I also feel like it's kind of, I don't know, taming down in that as well. I don't know. But anyways, I know that some of you know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to some of those Duo fragrances. But anyways, you guys, those are a lot of fragrances in my collection that I have been struggling with recently. I could probably do a part 2 to this because I've got quite a few. I mean, there's some more juicy fragrances that last time I wore them, they were not smelling good on me. I've got some Middle Eastern fragrances in my collection that last time I wore them, they didn't smell good on me. I've been struggling a lot for like the past year because I've got a lot of fragrances that are just not smelling the same on me since my chemistry changed. But anyways, you guys, I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.